Carnotaurus is renowned as one of, if not the most well-known abelisaur of all time. Due to this, it has had a great many appearances in various media over the years. Carnotaurus would first meet the public nearly a decade after its discovery in the 1994 documentary series Paleoworld in Episode 2 titled Carnosaurs the Giant Predators, which would feature a paleoart of this magnificent dinosaur. Afterwards, Carnotaurus would be written into the original Michael Crichton novel The Lost World Jurassic Park in 1995. The animal was described by the author to have had the ability to blend in with the colors of its environment in ways similar to a chameleon. In regards to video game appearances, Carnotaurus' first game appearance would be in the 1997 console game named after the original Lost World novel titled The Lost World Jurassic Park. During the same year, an arcade rendition of this game was released upon the anticipation of the newly released movie adaptation that also features Carnotaurus. In the arcade game, it was featured as one of the many boss creatures alongside Tyrannosaurus Rex and the gigantic alligator Deinosuchus. 4 years later, it appeared in 2001's Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder and later in Zoo Tycoon 2, which also featured Carnotaurus in 2 of its DLCs, starting with the Dino Danger Pack in 2006, and later appearing the following year as a remodel in the Extinct Animals Pack as of 2007. Around the same time as this, it starred in the Dinosaur King arcade and DS game, having numerous different variants. Carnotaurus made its debut in the Fossil Fighters franchise, starting with the first game in 2008 as the Earth-type Vivosaur Carno, and then appearing in its sequel game Fossil Fighters Champions afterwards in 2010. Later on in 2011, it was set to appear in Jurassic Park the game, obtaining its own dedicated chase sequence, but was unfortunately scrapped. In the same year, Carnotaurus appeared in the mobile app titled Walking with Dinosaurs Inside Their World. Sometime after, in 2012, Carnotaurus would star in Primal Carnage for the longest time as the singular member of the Charger class. It has also appeared in its 2015 sequel game titled Primal Carnage Extinction, starting in March, where it would make its debut into the Carnivores franchise, starting with the mobile app Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter as one of the many new dinosaurs added to the game, later appearing in the current latest installment Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt as of 2021. The next game Carnotaurus appears in was the mobile app Jurassic Park Builder as a limited-time creature and a gold-tier fighter. In 2014, it was one of the apex predators having its own trophy hunt in the game Dino Hunter Deadly Shores. 2015 also stars Carnotaurus in a multitude of games. Along with the aforementioned Primal Carnage Extinction, April finds it in the sequel game to Jurassic Park Builder titled Jurassic World the Game as a rare-tier creature and fighter. Afterwards, in June, Carnotaurus appears in Ark Survival Evolved, found all across the map, later appearing in the 2023 remake titled Ark Survival Ascended, and in December of the same year, Carnotaurus was one of the original playable dinosaurs released in the first version of the Isle, later having a hyperendocrine mutation before their overall removal from the game. 2 games showcased Carnotaurus as of 2018, with Jurassic World Alive showcasing it once again as a rare-type animal in May, and June starring Carnotaurus in the Fallen Kingdom update in Jurassic World Evolution, as well as making an appearance in 2021 with the sequel game Jurassic World Evolution 2. In 2022, Carnotaurus was shown in Jurassic World Primal Ops before its removal from the market. Its latest video game appearance alongside Ark Survival Ascended was in the PC game Paleopines. Returning to Carnotaurus' appearances in documentaries, TV shows, and movies, it's made numerous appearances in all, being one of the most popular dinosaurs ever. However, its very first theatrical debut was actually the rather promiscuous film titled Dinosaur Babes in 1996, just a single year after its debut in the Lost World novel. In the same year, yet another R-rated film titled Dinosaur Valley Girls would also showcase this dinosaur. Despite these 2 rather unfortunate films being the first appearances of Carnotaurus on screen, it would go on to have a much better representation as the years went on. 4 years after these were released, one particular film would cause Carnotaurus' popularity to spread like wildfire. A pair of Carnotaurus played as the main antagonists of the hit film Disney's Dinosaur released in 2000, which were referred to as Carnotaurs. At the beginning of the film, one of these animals rampages across a valley, killing a Pachyrhinosaurus and destroying an iguanodon nest in the process, kickstarting the movie's overall plot. Upon Aladar's introduction to Kron's herd, the movie pans to the aforementioned pair stalking them on their route to the nesting grounds. Over the course of the movie, the Carnotaurs would be featured throughout the journey, but were eventually defeated, one of which was crushed by boulders inside a cave, and the other loses its grip on Aladar's tail, falling down a steep cliff. Around the time this blockbuster was released, Walt Disney World Resort near Orlando, Florida rebranded the Countdown to Extinction Dinosaur ride, changed its name, and based it upon the titular movie released during the same year to promote it. After its major appearance, Carnotaurus was originally supposed to make its official debut into the Jurassic franchise in Jurassic Park 3, but would unfortunately end up being replaced by its distant relative Ceratosaurus. Moving on to 2004, it would be an enemy to the raptors in the sci-fi film Raptor Island. Afterwards, it would then star in the Dinosaur King anime as Rex Owen's companion Ace in 2007. A year later, Carnotaurus would also debut in the Turok franchise in the 2008 animated film Turok Son of Stone with an antagonistic role. Around the same time, Carnotaurus also appeared in the 2008 NHK documentary Life After Dinosaurs, and as for 2009, it then appeared in the documentary Bizarre Dinosaurs. Later on, in 2011, Carnotaurus appeared in the TV series called Terra Nova, once again with an antagonistic role. In 2013, it would be shown in yet another sci-fi film titled Age of Dinosaurs. 3 years later, in 2016, Carnotaurus would make its debut into the Land Before Time franchise in the latest film, The Land Before Time 14, Journey of the Brave, as a member of the sharp-toothed species. In 2018, Carnotaurus finally made its debut into the Jurassic franchise in the fifth installment, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. In this film, one Carnotaurus would attempt to attack the protagonist in the midst of a stampede, but was distracted in doing so by a Sinoceratops, and then ultimately killed by the Tyrannosaurus. Afterwards, even more Carnotauruses would be transported off the island, along with being released by Macy Lockwood, and then begin to spread across the world, with the most notable one being Demon, a darker colored Carnotaurus with a scarred face and a missing horn. Demon would return in the 2022 sequel Jurassic World Dominion, where she's seen being held captive at a dinosaur black market, first fighting an Allosaurus, and then walking beside it eating the civilians of Malta. Alongside Demon, several juvenile Carnotaurs were also shown at the black market. In the same year, it would make an appearance as a young male named Blade in the South Korean movie Dino King 3D Journey to Fire Mountain. Several adult Carnotaurs were also depicted hunting a sauropod herd before being driven off by Speckles, Fang, and Sai. After the release of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Carnotaurus would rise to fame even more, with the design being shown throughout the rest of the franchise going forward. It can also be seen in the 2020 Netflix exclusive Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. One Carnotaurus in particular named Toro would be a main antagonist throughout more than half of the series up until his defeat by Ben and Bumpy the Ankylosaurus. Later, he would then return in Season 5 at Manticore Island. Carnotaurus' next documentary appearance was in the 2022 hyper-realistic short series Prehistoric Planet, in the final episode of Season 1 titled Forests. In this episode, a male individual is seen attempting to impress a female by doing a courtship dance, but ultimately fails to woo his once potential mate. Its latest documentary appearance would be in 2023 in the second season of the Japanese Amazing Dino World, called Amazing Dino World 2. In this documentary, Carnotaurus would be incorrectly depicted living with Maip and Puertosaurus and be shown in a multitude of fights. As for its latest TV show appearance, it would then appear in the 2024 sequel to Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous called Jurassic World Chaos Theory. It should also be noted that prior to its official on-screen debut, a 1995 Australian docufilm titled Muttaburrasaurus Life in Gondwana would showcase the now dubious Megaraptor Rapator being depicted hunting an unnamed Hypsilophodontid. Oddly enough, it looks entirely similar to Carnotaurus. Because of its outdated appearance, this could technically be considered as the first unofficial appearance of Carnotaurus in paleomedia. Overall, Carnotaurus has had a massive presence in pop culture throughout the years since its discovery, in part due to its distinct appearance as a horned predator. As stated before, given that it is among one of the most popular dinosaurs of all time, it will surely be featured in even more paleomedia as time goes on.